Hey everybody, it's Wolvash. Welcome back to Witcher 2. All right, we got a little hex happy in the last one and got beaten to death by this guy and his three friends. But we get another chance. I wanna make this happen this time. So let's go ahead and we want to keep it personal. We want to keep it friendly. Who are guests and who are intruders? Intruders don't hex each other. Okay, I thought that might be a good idea, but that was rude. That's not how you treat a friend. Okay. Do you have a name?
Did your creator give you a name?
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence. I am a guardian and the humblest of servants.
A golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
I own nothing. Everything belongs to my master. How could I divulge the name if I exist solely to protect my creator's property?
Who created you?
Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Gehenna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowels.
Gehenna is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
I know there's some processing on this, but I love this guy's voice. Let's talk about Gehenna.
Gehenna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
All right. Well, I have other questions. I'm not going to ask his name because that's going to seem... He knows that it'll deactivate him, so that's a dumb thing to do.
I have other questions.
What exactly are you?
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it? Better than mine. When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Gehenna's mastery.
Can you make sovereign decisions?
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions, within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
Who's allowed to pass?
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Gehenna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Has anyone ever tried to enter before us?
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
Other questions, then.
I have other questions.
You're a masterpiece, you know that?
Powerful magic created you. Gehenna was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
You're self-aware. Are you lonely?
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions.
Yeah, you need to stay put. He said if you go too far, he's going to attack us.
Pure logic, restricted by
Don't
my
move again.
program.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the Master, who liked to speak with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing. I just have that need.
Can I ask about your program?
Can we discuss the program that controls your behavior?
Of course not.
Okay. All right. Other questions?
I have other questions.
I'm going to go to... I'm going to do a couple of these again. I'll skip through them because I think they led to other...
And to
All right, we did these.
I have other...
Who created you?
Do you...
Of course, I
dare Hannah?
his empire.
Can I ask for your name word?
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
Okay. Let's talk about Dear Hannah again.
My God.
Other questions? I know enough.
All right. I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adelbear. And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
I know you're a guardian, and I respect that.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
I'm a guest here, and I wish to talk.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
We talk. We don't invoke. We don't pressure. We talk. Let's talk about lies and delusions.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against those armed with words.
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain, as is my master's will.
Only you and the Master's will exist. Everything else is doubtful.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian. The Master prepared me for that.
He couldn't foresee everything, so he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a Guardian needs to be. Your Master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack guests. That would be against your Master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. This is Dehenna's will. Are you a guest or an intruder?
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder. You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction, a paradox. The law of excluded middle.
Oh, like literally broke his brain.
Penetrated Dehenna's laboratory.
Let's have a look.
That was fun.
This is better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll
Golem
get
trophy.
that promotion.
What does a golem trophy do? Armor plus 10? That's really good, but I think I'm still going to stick with Arrakis right now. Oh, come on. What can I get rid of? What can I get rid of that's weighing me down? All these swords and junk. But the swords and junk sell for good. Or they're gonna upgrade to better stuff. I still have royal blood in my inventory? That's gross. What to get rid of here? Arrakis armor. I don't have any like super large. Okay, I'm going to drop this. It's 10 pounds. Good grief. Johanna's notes.
Bacteria strains.
Johanna's notes.
Johanna's notes about the city's hit.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it. Later,
Okay.
Later, Elorn. Lisa Elorn. Later, dear.
Ah! No, I was going to get the notes. What the heck is that?
The device. What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, Mom.
He has an interesting accent.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Oh, that sounds
Great
useful.
tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt.
What?
I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witches. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host. And survived.
Anything else?
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
Well,
You
duh.
think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today. But he wasn't always.
What do you know about Letho?
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
because I like you.
How did you know I was a writer?
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived.
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue. And they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
I'm gonna have to play Witcher 3 again. Is all this talked about in the game? That's all?
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a Witcher, whatever the way.
I'd like to try the artifact.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adelbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Well, we're gonna kick Adelbert's butt. All right. he's still kicking. Are we good?
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
Are you in trouble?
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Will we meet again? No, tell me more about my past. Oh.
Let's say,
Well then,
Will we meet again?
will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
Uh-oh. Are we gonna meet again? I'm gonna use the artifact.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I have a lot of work to do here.
Think of Triss, of course. Why would I think of any of these other people?
Your fate is in your hands, sorceress.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria.
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway. Derhenna's notes from the trip.
Oh, she's zapped out of there. Some orants. Derhenna's notes. Oh!
Derhenna's notes from the mutation procedure manual.
Yeah, I know. Oh, cool. I'll sort through. It wasn't useless crap. At least I don't think it was. Take 500. Okay. So, inventory, please. Yiskithrun is bleeding. And 7% damage. I'll put that on my steel sword. Quilted armor can go to the dogs. Rusty dagger can go to the dogs. Alright. Let's look at Derhenna's notes. Started reviewing the manuscripts. The city annals have survived only in part. The most interesting volumes seem to be missing. Curiously, up to this point, I have not found a single mention of the Vrens. I have the sword, though. 2. I have happened on an intriguing document. Its content is encrypted and the dialect is strange. Deciphering it consumes a lot of times. I've recognized the words reptiles, which is a promising thread. The document bears the seals of one Goveth. I've never heard of this individual. Don't know what's going on there. 3. I finally reached the place described by Goveth. My worst suspicions have been confirmed as I found cells filled with the bones of lizard men. There are more documents too. If the figures can be trusted, the mutated virus was terrifyingly effective. The reptilian tissue must have decomposed instantly. 4. I've started to record the mutation procedures once more, this time in a magically protected tome. I now also realize how serious and far-reaching my discovery might prove. If this disease attacked both the Vrans and those in Shade who were not vaccinated, what will happen if someone mad or violent enough can be found among humans? And lastly, I regret having learned of this dark episode in the city's history and have become wary of danger, as the elves must surely be aware that someone has discovered their secret. I've made my last stroll into the ruins of the Black Academy. I will seal my laboratory and disappear. The time has finally come to see Zeracania once more. Okay, I'm not sure how that's going to play into things yet. The negotiator, Greer. Okay, we're good for everything else right now, I think. Cool. So, talk to Cynthia about Derhenna's grimoire, which we will. Let's check our journal. All of these things we're working on. A tome truly rare and a score to settle. Okay, we'll keep that. All right, to the inn, I believe. Was there another door? I'm not sure which door to go out. Orange. What do you have there? What do you have there? An empty bag that you're not telling me about? Okay. Well, I got some orange and another moon rune. The moon runes are my least favorite. Return to the surface. I'm done here. I don't need to hang out in this dirty place. Alright, before we move on, I saw that I have leveled up once again. So let's see. More vitality. Let's do whirl increase. Do that full damage when I'm swinging around like a maniac. You, my lady. Let's sell. Alright, let's see. Negotiator is pretty weak at this point. I think we can sell it without too much sadness in our hearts. 43 to 45. 45 to 50. 31 to 42 now. Even with all that other stuff, I think we're good to move on from this. This other sword is just so much better. So we're going to sell that. Forgotten Vran sword. I will hold on to it for the moment. And I will sell this Gvinal Aid. I don't think that's going to be much use to us right now. We'll sell the Elven Gauntlets, the Nilfgaardian boots, and all of the trousers and stuff. And that should give us a little bit of breathing room when it comes to... Oh, we can sell an Endrega trophy. I think that's enough breathing room for right now. How much money did I actually have? I have 2,500. I still don't have enough for that armor that he's got. That would be fantastic to have. We need to go to the inn. Can I find that on the map? Maybe, sorta, kinda, so. Is the red thing the inn? I guess we'll find out. Let's save. We just made a lot of money. Do you know where the inn is?
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal balls! Break your wands and burn your hats!
Burn your hats? What do your hats have to do with it? Where did I go? Where am I? Oh, I'm close. I'm underneath the workshop thing.
And the bat, the owl, and the rat.
Where would the inn be? Is this the inn?
Likewise.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
Greetings.
Oh, there she is. She's standing right in front of me.
Damnable beast.
Cynthia.
We need to talk.
Of course.
You put on quite an act in Vergen.
You had me fooled back in Vergen. That sweet face of yours. Never suspected it could belong to someone who fanatically believes in conquering the North.
Mock me if you must, but I truly believe one huge empire is humanity's only hope. Many nations under one crown, with shared laws, advanced science, burgeoning industry and trade, and no wars, of course.
Sounds great. Let me know when it works out. I'd gladly spend my old age in a land like that.
Wonder what else we could find here.
These ruins must hold many secrets.
I'm certain of that. It was a beautiful city. A city full of talent and hope. But that ill ended with the coming of the Nordling armies.
Think the city would have survived if those armies had been Imperial?
Your king started the war with the Enshe. Nilfgaard's relations with the elves have always been peaceful.
They really did a job on your brain.
Okay, let's talk about our little expedition under the city.
That was an interesting adventure, Cynthia.
Yes. People bond over experiences like that.
Yeah, kinda makes you wonder what happened back in Vergen. Did you get your promotion?
Not yet. But His Imperial Majesty rewards dedication.
Can he discern the truth from lies?
What do you mean?
I take it the Emperor has no idea his sorceress helped a mutant.
She wants my attention bad.
It was a dangerous expedition. Casualties were inevitable. He'll content himself with that.
Got time to talk? Or are you off on another dangerous mission?
Even we Nilfgaardian agents rest sometimes.
Let's see. What did Derhenna actually research?
I found some of Derhenna's notes. He studied the history of the Vrans, right?
Among other things.
He makes several mentions of an epidemic.
Loch Muin conceals many more secrets than we imagined. I doubt we'll ever know all of them.
Well, if Derhenna's to be trusted, the epidemic had something to do with the Enshe. Maybe the Vrans caught the disease from the elves.
I'm no expert on diseases, Witcher. Who knows? Perhaps Derhenna was right, and the decline of Vrani civilization was much darker and more sudden than we thought.
Was the artifact useful?
Used the artifact yet?
I'm working on improving it. I think it'll be useful one day.
I know about the book.
You knew what we'd find in that laboratory.
Come again?
You wanted the bacteria strains that killed the Vrans, or more precisely, Derhenna's notes from his research into them.
This is very dangerous knowledge.
I suspect
no
that's
kidding.
Exactly why the Emperor is so interested.
The North is in chaos. An epidemic is the last thing you need. And one could break out if Derhenna's book fell into the wrong hands.
Fortunately, it's now in the right hands. In Emir's civilized and manicured hands.
Precisely.
Every word you say is a lie.
I'm finding it hard to believe anything you say.
Did you come here to insult me?
No. Sorry.
What exactly do you want?
I'm curious to know who you really are.
I was curious. I wanted to see which Cynthia I'd meet this time. The spy, the sorceress, or maybe the woman.
Which were you hoping to meet?
The real one.
Let's assume you're speaking to her. How do you like her?
Let's say I like her quite a bit.
What? Where did this come from?
Compliments are clearly not your forte.
I just told you why I've come. Care to tell me why you invited me?
Let's say I was interested to see which Geralt would show up.
And?
We always get something for it. Close your eyes, dear sensitive viewers. Oh, you're not spanking me like Philippa spanked you.
The minstrels got it right. Women of the South are both passionate and clever.
I like to improvise.
Yeah, I noticed. Farewell, Cynthia.
Vafail.
Oh, I guess that was my parting gift. Okay. Woo, alrighty. So, Cynthia, I know that conversation started off with, I think you're a big fat liar. That was interesting. Well, I guess that's as good a way to end things off as anything else. We'll pick back up here next time, and I think we're heading to the sewer now to finally go catch up with Yorvith. He should be really, really mad at me right now for taking so long. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're not blushing too hard, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.